Damian Lillard finally has done it.
Yeah,
He's
finally.
finally requested a trade out of Portland. Came out a bit, came out a bit of a surprise for us, just because we're like, okay, well, this we don't know when it's gonna happen, but he has officially requested a trade, and his preferred destination is Miami, and I think Brooklyn. But there is no trade clause on there is no trade clause on it, like unlike Bradley Beal. So Portland, even though I think report came out yesterday that they're willing to respect where he wants, but today I think Woj said they're not really gonna hand tie themselves, which I agree with. If you're gonna trade him away, it's Damian Lillard, right? You still want to get a lot of assets out of it, as much as you can, and yeah, we'll start from there. Uh,
Yeah,
it
so
might actually happen this
he
offseason.
is your biggest player. Obviously, you're gonna want the biggest return possible, right? The no trade clause obviously helps him because technically, if some other team just offers it, other than Miami and Brooklyn, Portland could just accept that,
Yeah,
right?
they still kind of want to respect his decision, but at the same time,
They're gonna look
yeah,
what's best for them first.
yeah,
All right, as an organization, that's what you gotta do. All right, like I don't care what Dame is thinking right now. If I'm Portland's GM, yes, obviously you will still take a look at Miami's package. You'll take a look at Brooklyn's package, and Miami's package will be enticing because Tyler Hero is gonna be in it.
yeah.
That's a guarantee. We all
So
know that.
before we get into that stuff, I feel like they will respect what Dame's wishes, just because he has been disloyal, right? He hasn't caused a scene. Um, I think he'll ultimately end up in Miami, but like you said, I if I'm dumb, it's a business at the end of the day, right? We've again, I'm gonna reference to our loyalty conversation. Um, it is time, obviously, for both sides to move on, and it is a business. So if I'm Portland, you want the biggest return possible, which is why obviously Miami doesn't have the biggest return possible, which is why they're looking for a three team, like a third teamer, right? Because Tyler Hero might not even be in Portland. Their links are that it could be the Spurs, it could be Brooklyn, for example, right?
Yeah.
So the key is what Portland views best. They have obviously a good young core, in my opinion. Anthony Simon, Scoot Henderson, Shaden Sharp, three off the bat, and we'll see from there, right? And then at the end of the day, Miami will probably ultimately get him. That's my prediction right now. I think he'll be a Miami Heat by the start of next season, but who knows how long it will drag out.
Yeah, I think Miami needs to get him, right? Miami
Yeah,
lost
they
free
lost it on
agents. They
Beal.
lost Gabe Vincent. They lost it on Beal. They lost Gabe Vincent. They lost Max Struss, right? They don't have a choice. And if they want to be back in the finals, they have to get Damian Lillard and
Yeah,
win it all.
but yeah. So let's start there, because like obviously the trade hasn't happened. There's nothing else to report. So let's talk Miami first, then we'll get into Portland, because we're obviously going to lead it into some free agency talk through what Portland signed and what Miami did, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You referenced they lost Gabe Vincent. They lost Max Struess. Um, I think those are the two that they lost so far.
Yeah.
Cody Zeller doesn't really matter too much
But
for
those
them.
are two, like, those guys start for them, right? Like in the playoffs, they started for them.
Yeah, so
And they're
even with
key contributors.
is Dame alone gonna get him to the finals
They
this
have
year?
Jimmy Butler.
Dame, I mean, like adding just Dame alone, because you did lose two scorers. Yes, it's Damian Lillard. Don't get me wrong; he's equally as good as those two.
Yes.
No, but you lose the defense from Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, which Damian Lillard doesn't have.
But you
You're
could
not.
make
Are
that
you
up.
saying right now Dame entered Dame? They're back in the finals. Is my
Well,
question right now.
they're in the conference finals again.
Okay, so that's conference finals.
Yeah, they could still
So
make the
I
finals.
still
I can't count on
they're
Boston and
losing
my
out Tyler. Keep in
Milwaukee.
mind they're losing out Tyler Hero. I know he wasn't there in the.
It's not like Tyler Hero provides good defense.
I'm just saying they're losing out on
Yeah, I know.
that scoring, which Dame will provide. They're gonna probably lose Duncan Robinson. Kyle Lowry's gonna be gone, but again, it's Kyle Lowry at this point of his career, right? So I still think they need to add more pieces around it. As good as Jimmy Butler and Bam are in that Heat culture, you lost two big keys
Obviously, you're gonna
pieces
add
off
pieces
the
around it
thing.
because, like we just said the same thing about the Suns. You add
Yeah,
pieces around it.
I need to see that. Is the thing is.
Obviously, they'll do that. Suns are doing well right now. We'll get into it later, but like Damian Lillard is the piece that you
Yeah,
need
no,
first.
for sure.
That's priority
But
number one.
it doesn't put them over the top. Is what my point is.
How does not put him?
Over the top means they're guaranteed finals.
So you think they'll be that? Are they a better team when they add Damian Lillard?
Yes, they're a better team, but you also gotta keep in mind. We'll get into Milwaukee. They brought their key pieces back, right? Boston added a big piece. So what my point is, yes, will Damian Lillard help them get to the finals again? I agree with that, But I'm not saying it's definitively them and everybody else. That's my point.
But that's not gonna happen even if they add other pieces around him.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah,
think
but that's not happening. That's not the Suns when Suns had a Beal. You didn't think it's Suns over everyone.
Well, we'll get into. For me, was the Suns need to add pieces, but let's not get sidetracked with the Suns right now.
Yeah, no, but I'm trying to make that point. Is like there's no move they could possibly make that will clear them from anyone, even if it's Damian Lillard.
Exactly.
Or not.
So it's a good piece to add for sure. I'm not saying that.
It's not a good. It's a fucking great piece.
Either way, I'm not discrediting the piece.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll see what the trade return is because then we'll see how they fill it around it, right? Because for me, is on the big man side of things, you'll get Dame scoring for sure. We need, obviously, a consistent Jimmy Butler. And then Bam, we want to see finals Bam again. Then, I'm like, yes, they're probably finals bound again. So, yes, you need to add Damian Lillard no matter what they need to do. I've said it had to be Damian Lillard or even at the minimum Bradley Beal. So I agree with that. I'm not saying that they're definitively a final. That's my question. My question was, were they a definitive final? Like, are you discrediting like they're 100% a final? That's what I'm saying that they're not.
But they have the best edition if they get Damian Lillard.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's gonna be better than Porzingis edition. It's gonna be better. Milwaukee didn't even add anyone. They just brought back everyone. So
yeah, but they're just hoping for a healthy Giannis this time and healthy Middleton because Middleton was injured for a lot of the year. But yeah, no, it's obviously Miami needs to get this done. They need to get this move. It should happen. It's bound to happen. If it doesn't happen, at this point, then I'm like, Miami's obviously not going to go anywhere because they lost two key free agents.
Done, yeah.
Like this is Miami has to do this. They missed out on Beal. They lost Gabe Vincent. They lost Max Strus, and those are not big tier names, but they at least know the culture and what they provided down there. You might have a disgruntled Tyler Hero. Usually, I know it's for outsiders looking at it, it should not be a big deal because it is a business, but you don't know how players take that personally, right? So, yeah, Miami is on the clock. They need to get this trade done.
They have to.
They have to get this trade done. So let's move on to Portland.
Get as many picks as you possibly can. Get as many young pieces as you possibly can.
Now the problem is, who does Miami have for that? You need to get a third team in.
Yeah, but
right, like Tyler Hero's the only guy. We don't know if he's gonna be part of a third team, and because of that, who's gonna get the picks in return, right? Because
it's gonna be Portland, obviously.
Yeah, but like Miami might get a second back, for example, because they're also giving away Tyler Hero to a random.
Yeah, but if I'm Portland, I want first. I don't care about second.
Oh, I'm talking about both sides here, because if a third team is involved,
but there's also rumors saying that Nurkic might be involved.
Yeah, but Nurkic is for salary filler because Portland want to get off their contract as well.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why they're throwing in Nurkic. It's not because Nurkic is some valuable piece to add to anything.
He's still a good piece to add.
But he's right now, they're looking to salary dump him. That's all it is.
Yeah, but that's what they're looking. But
even if Dame Lillard does not get traded, I would not be surprised that they were looking to trade away Nurkic.
Yeah, they can still get like something
because we're gonna get into Jeremy Grant in a second, but Portland, like you said, yeah, I agree. Get as many picks as you can from Miami because it will definitely be futures because Miami, I don't think they have many picks right now. And then whoever is it, the Spurs or will it be the Nets? I feel like the Nets might throw in something because they got obviously some picks from the KD trade, and so it'll be the Suns pick essentially. That will probably go to Portland. So the thing is, it's not going to be like any significant early pick, but then again, you're trading your best player away, so you're not expected to get that.
You're not getting anything.
Yeah,
you're not getting a high pick.
Can you bring in a young piece from a third team? We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, but like the fact that you could also get Tyler Hero and flip him if you don't want him.
No, that's what they're saying. They're trying to flip Tyler Hero with a three-teamer.
Yeah, I'm saying like even if you don't get a 3-team and you do it direct, you could always flip Tyler.
Well, it's still going to be a 3-team trade.
Yeah, I know, but that's like later on. It's not at once.
I feel like what they're doing is because they need to figure out salary matching anyways. Because Kyle Lowry needs to either get bought out or traded because he's on like a $30 million contract.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero's on like a rookie extension as well, right? And then you got Bam, who's on like on his end of his like extension or in the middle of his extension. Jimmy Butler's making up.
Yeah,
Damian Lillard.
Yeah, we know Miami's making a lot, but like I'm saying as Portland wise, Portland could take a cap hit. Right, but they're just trying to get as many assets now. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they need to do, right? The Wizards didn't do that properly. The Portland needs to do that right now, and they need to get it right.
Portland's history. They usually get finessed in trades.
Yeah, they need to get this right. That's the thing.
Well, it's not even just get it right. Just get even 3 picks back. is fine because they still have a
That's still
solid young piece.
good enough. That's still right.
Yeah, like 2-3 picks, they still have a solid young piece. If they even bring in Tyler Hero, like you said, they might flip him or they keep him. You try to use one of them to salary dump Nurkic if they really need to, and then they need to try to get obviously a big man, in my opinion. Try to get a young big man if they can. From
Yeah,
any
but
team.
that'll just come from anything. That'll even come from future assets too.
But let's stick with Portland here, and let's talk about their free agency heading into it, because Portland also made a big move that is kind of questionable now, in my opinion.
Bro, because they were probably assuming Damian Lillard.
No,
stay.
they're saying that they were gonna do this anyways.
Okay then.
So the move was, where's the Blazers at? Trailblazers brought back Jeremy Grant.
They got Jeremy Grant for 5 years, 160 million. That's what it did.
That's what it was, right?
That's what it was.
Why is it not on score?
It's
Oh, right here.
32
Re-signed
million, bro.
Jeremy Grant to 5-year extension, right? That's questionable for me.
Yeah, that's
Like
a
Jeremy
big
Grant's
max.
not a young guy anymore either. Like he's in the later 20s. I believe. I'll double check his. Do you have his age there?
Yeah, he's 29.
Yeah. So that's like right now that's a pretty bad contract, because Jeremy Grant on a championship contender is like a third, fourth option.
Yeah,
On a
I agree.
contender.
Well, it doesn't matter for them now. They ain't going anywhere. So
No, but what I'm saying is
obviously, yeah, they put himself.
What I'm saying is why-
they put himself in a cap situation. Obviously, with him now, and now is looking like there's no need to sign him. Obviously, I just had a feeling. Yes, they might have said, they were gonna do it anyways, but I don't believe it. I think they were assuming that Damian Lillard was gonna stay, and that's why they did it.
Well, Damian Lillard wanted to fix their team. The problem is, they were not gonna get any other free agent other than Jeremy Grant, so that's why they threw in the bag, right? And Jeremy Grant, on the other hand, maybe he'll do what he did in Detroit, get his value up and get flipped, right? But the problem is the 5 years, 160.
Yeah,
If it
it's
was
an
like a
issue.
2-3 year deal, then I would have been like perfectly fine with it. But it's a 5-year 160, or it's not official, so technically they could still
They could still,
back
yeah,
out
back
of
out.
it, right? This is not like the NHL we're gonna announce right away.
Yeah,
NBA
yeah.
takes a while for everything. I don't know why, but so I think that's still a head scratching move for me.
It is a head
still good
scratcher. I agree with you.
for
but
5 years.
yeah, 5 years is a lot, especially as a 29-year-old at that money. Obviously,
Now maybe he's
I don't think it's gonna affect them now too much. That's what I'm trying to say.
he's the number one option there.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying like this, like it's not gonna put them in a completely shit situation. Obviously, you're gonna have Damian Lillard's gone, right? Your team's not gonna be good for the next 5 years, at least 3 years.
Well, for him, he got his bag, so now he's
Yeah.
gonna probably try to force his way out. That's what.
So like, I'm not saying I'm not a fan of the move, but I'm saying it's not gonna be impact them as much if now they think.
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
because they don't have any big contracts.
Yeah,
Either,
exactly.
so it's not gonna be cap. They're not in cap hell, which we'll get into Houston. Which
And then obviously, if you're trying to acquire young people, they're gonna have lesser contracts, right?
Yeah.
Rookie deals and stuff. And
I mean, after the Simons just extended it, if I'm not mistaken, but that's
so like
about it.
that's why I don't think it's gonna. That's why I don't think.
Yeah,
it's
no,
a
but
big deal.
I'm not saying it's gonna hinder them or anything. I'm just saying it's like why bring him anyways? Is my point. That's the thing. But that's the only move I think they made. They lost Drew Eubanks, but
No, it's really-
I think they need to obviously go after a young big.
obviously, yeah.
But it depends on, I don't know who's out there, right? So
They could even wait, man. There's picks now. They're gonna get picks for Dame. They don't need to rush this, right? Just let Scoot do what Scoot can do in his rookie year. Let Shaden Sharp get minutes. Let these young guys get minutes that they have right now. You don't have to worry about adding anyone unless there's a prime like a good young piece available right now. But you don't have to rush anything. You don't have to put yourself into a further hole that you are kind of in, because with the Jeremy Grant contract, just let these guys play, see how they develop. There's always bigs gonna be available, either draft or in the future. Like Golden State got rid of James Wiseman without really giving him a proper chance, right?
Yeah.
So stuff like that could happen.
yeah, no, I'm glad that this trade request came in, because it's best for everybody, right? You did as much as you can. Like you got to respect Dame for doing what he did. He tried his best. They did not provide the proper utilities around him. Essentially,
They
proper,
were in a championship roster.
yeah, they never really obviously, and it's not a lot of
They were never.
a lot of it is if it's free agency, it's Portland, so you can't blame that. But at least try to make trades, right?
Yeah.
Your Raptors did that with Kawhi and got you a chip, right? So that's the type of moves they needed to make, like get in a Kawhi Leonard
But they
when he was
didn't.
available.
But like we can't really say anything about that. They also made a conference finals, right?
Yeah.
So like that's the furthest it's gotten.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they got to conference finals. Could they have progressed some way further by adding a piece, right? Instead, they lost like Seth Curry and all those guys that helped them get there.